Hello fellow gamers and welcome back to LORED, the idle clicker game which all about these cartoon characters collecting resources and then kind of clicking to get more and more and more. So if you guys haven't seen the last few episodes, we've been slowly progressing through the kind of tiered kind of progression system that it has, starting off with all of these guys at level 1 or stage 1 as it refers to, where we'll be building up all the way up to the malignancy character or lord, from which we got onto a few different things. We managed to prestige a couple of episodes ago, from which, you know, for those of you who haven't seen this, it is worth checking out the previous episodes just to see where we are now. We have been kind of slowly progressing through the fire starter upgrade where we almost maxed out. We only had a few more to do with the iron and copper upgrades, and then kind of we had everything else done except for these last two. Now this last one is kind of guarded by this, I believe. I haven't seen that kind of what looks like a mushroom or a brain or something like that. I haven't actually seen any of that yet, so I don't know when we're going to unlock that. Maybe further prestiges down, but yeah, I still haven't found it's growing on me. So that's definitely something that we're going to progress later on in this game. The Malignant Upgrades, we have managed to get quite a few of them now. We managed to max out Soccer Dude, which hastes all the stage 1 lords. It's going to take a little bit while to get the output on Enthusiasm maxed out, as well as the Concrete or Con-freaking-crete. And then we have kind of also maxed out Oh Baby a Triple, which gives us output and input ×3 for all tarbles that are created. But the main thing is this juice pot. By unlocking Lumpy, we have access to the juice pot. But what we found last episode was that in order to do that, these yellow circles here of everything that we kind of managed to kind of upgrade last time, these don't actually come into play until we actually apply the prestige. So that's what I'm going to do next. Now, when we do prestige, we do lose a bunch of the progression that we do, but with all these multipliers from the malignant upgrades, means that we are kind of going to really quickly get back to where we are. So when we do reset, we do lose all of the progression from all the lords that we leveled up last time. We reset all of the fire starter upgrades, but we do gain, like I said, all the malignant upgrades that have been pending, which is notified by these little yellow spots in the background there. So what we're going to do is we are going to reset. We are going to kind of click off the upgrades for now. We already have coal at level 1, that's from a previous prestige, and then now we have stone. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly pop in a couple of these just to get things started, and then once we have enough, we're then going to look into juice pot and see where that's about. So let's scroll all the way back up here, and we level up that, we level up that, we level up that. We're just kind of scrolling through here as quickly as possible. Let's make sure, we're all on the positive. We can increase coal. We can then get copper, which doesn't take any time whatsoever to get the kind of iron unlocked. There we go. And then now it's just a case of letting them run a little bit as we go through. So let's get fair trade. It's an easy 500 coal. Let's upgrade lighter shovel so we can get more. Already have enough to get grandma, which increases the stone production. Is there anything else that we can see here? Might as well get that upgraded a couple of times to max that out. I mean, these are just kind of, at this point, just a case of just kind of clicking through. Let's get the output of stone. Let's get that up. One more iron. There we go. What else have we got? We can upgrade raw iron, raw copper, upgrade coal, take next to no time whatsoever to kind of increase all of these. And before you know it, we'll be kind of back to where we are. Once we upgrade this, I do want to have a look and find out where Lumpy is. Now you see here, it says drank juice on the stats page, which is just this little kind of square box here on each of the lords. Now this is kind of what I think Lumpy is going to be, but the question is where does it live? Ah, here we go. So the W tab on the kind of like skill tree here. Okay, so Percy gains the ability to brew juice. He will alternate between producing growth and juice. If there is sufficient juice available, lords will drink, becoming temporarily juiced. The effects of which you can find in the whatever that details widget on the right. Ah, okay, so it's what we just clicked on before to see the stats. Lords will stop producing juice once there is enough in the pot for all lords to drink. If you watch juice in the currency window, hotkey C, you can view this target amount. Okay, so in order to kind of unlock that, we do need growth. Now, in order to get growth, this is going to be Percy up here. We do need some stone to get that. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll kind of go through the progression and we'll kind of keep on clicking, keep on leveling up things. And then as soon as we get to Percy, so we can unlock Percy, we'll kind of come back and then see what that means for getting the lords juiced. Okay, so now that we have enough to get growth, let's see what's going on. Okay, so it's producing... Well, it looks like it's just producing growth as normal. Level it up, help. Okay, how does that look for materials? Now we are still in the positive, that's good for all of them. Let's see what happens now. And then if we do this, does it say anything about... No? Okay. So what about C? Juice. Juice isn't producing anything right now. Okay, so let's go back to W. Ah, okay, we haven't unlocked it yet. That's why. Okay, so yeah, let's get the growth up. That's going to take a little second. Let's just speed that up so we can really focus on that. Let's upgrade a few of these while we're doing it. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that because we are trying to collect growth right now. Oh, that's another good one. Need to get critical chance is pretty decent. What else do we got here? Let's get these up so we can produce more iron and copper. And then we are creating 3.78 per second. So can we upgrade that yet? Not quite yet. That's on the negative, so we need to get that up. Positive. So we can make sure that we are creating all of these. Look at how fast oil's going. Oil is crazy. He's sucking that thing. Okay. What else we got? Let's get that up because we definitely need to get oil in the positive. Jewels and oil. Oof, right, okay. We need to kind of step it up here a little bit and get kind of clicking. Alright, we're fine on tar balls. We don't want any more of that because that is going to kind of lower everything else. Get more oil, so we should be good for oil. There we go. We are good for that. Do we kind of just... Do we continue to do that? No, let's just... There we go. So that's producing 4 per second now. Have we gotten to the negative yet? No, we are fine on everything. Now the big question is, we're getting there. 12 seconds. What do we have here when we unlock it? And there we go. All right. So as I read before, so Percy gains the ability to brew juice. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, I see. So basically it's... Let's have a look at this. Ah, okay. So it squeezes and then it pops. Now the question is, still not creating anything yet. So let's go back to this. Right, let's have a look. He will alternate between producing growth and juice if there is sufficient juice available. So how does he create juice? If there's enough. Okay, so I wonder. Ah, I see. Look, these. So the juices. You see that they kind of went up to 1. So I think what we need to do is I think we need to kind of level up. And I wonder if we level up juice enough. See, it just went to the oil. Oil went crazy. Okay, and then you can see raw copper. That's getting up there. Let's get all of these leveled up. Let's see if we can just level up as quickly as we can. Max out all of these just to get back to where we were before and just get like a few more levels up, because I think as soon as we get a few more levels up, we're going to be in a better position to kind of really see what's going on with this juice. Because right now it says that we're doing minus 18 per second. So I think what we have to do is we have to level up growth, which means that we have to level up everything else so we can maintain a positive flow. So let's see if we can kind of figure out that just to make sure we're in the positive on the juice.
A little later.
Okay, so I've tried to level up growth a couple of times now, thinking that it would get faster on the creating more juice, but it's actually still, I mean, it was minus 18, it's minus 19 now, but it's not producing any quicker with these kind of increase in the levels. So I think what we have to look at is this skill tree here. So obviously with how fast we're kind of acquiring resources now, let's see how this kind of affects. So if let's do maximum juice output plus 1, right? See if that makes a difference. See, that hasn't done anything yet, but it did jump up a little bit. You see it goes to 1.44, whereas 1 before. So it's actually creating more juice now. So let's just click that one more time. Let's get juice output and input plus. Let's see if that makes any difference. Let's get the juice on there. Now looking at it now, it is pending. It just says, see, 2.25. Okay, so it is creating it. While it is pretty slow, 2.43. Okay, does that keep going up, I wonder? No, 2.34. 1.24. Okay, so I wonder if this juice haste means that they last longer, so they don't use as much. Okay. That doesn't seem to see 2.47 there. So I think it's kind of like slowly going down because it's not per, that the pendant is not quite like how fast it's going. So sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. It's kind of a range. The average is kind of like dependent on the amount. So I think once it gets to 1 full juice, that's when it triggers. So like kind of the amount is kind of affected on that. So what else do we have? Max juice plus 1. Let's see if we can do that and see what happens there. We can do fill amount does not affect how much juice is spent, only how much is added into the Lord's tummy. Okay, so we can do that once. Is there anything else that we can do? Doesn't look like we can do anything else, but we can kind of upgrade these a little bit, just kind of get ahead and making sure that we are upgrading all of these as we should be. What else have we got here on the cache? Okay, so this is great. Gem Cup was huge for us. Really kind of increasing how much gems. I mean, it's up to plus 88 now. That was like point something, 0.03 or 0.3 or something before. So that's really, really good. I don't really want to keep adding kind of squirrelings right now. I would like to kind of save the rest of the gems to either increase dollars or kind of go down here where we increase the multiplier or anything else. Okay, what else have we got here? We can do stone, which is helpful. Let's get coal going. Let's just keep clicking all of these. Let's make sure we're getting as much resources as possible. That can go up a couple of times, which is great. Let's check on this. See, with those upgrades, that's actually went down from -19 to -13. So there's definite improvement with those upgrades that we've been spending on the W tab. What do we have here? We have enough there, so we've maxed out. We're almost maxed out, almost exactly where we were last time before we prestiged. 3 more minutes to increase the multiplier. Well, I think we go with more cash. I think more cash just means more gems, and more gems means more cash. So we'll kind of hold on that for now. Where else can we go? Right. I would like to get iron and copper up a little bit. We can increase concrete. Concrete is good. It's going to take a minute or so to get the iron and copper up. Just make sure, I mean, we're up to level 12 on both of them. I mean, we're increasing 23,000. So we've got a little bit of room. We don't need to level up that quite yet. Obviously, that takes stone, which, you know, growth takes stone as well. So I'd rather do one more level there. You see, it looks like we can create up to 2 juice, which is good. Let's get that leveled up. There we go. And then we go back to the W tab where we... Let's have a look. So the juice fill amount, that's what we kind of now have more juice per cycle, which I think it is creating it a little bit faster. Maximum juice fill amount. Okay. Maximum juice. So all of these resources are back. We need to accumulate a lot more. Now, where are we going with the growth? Growth is quite up and down. I mean, it is creating 156, so we have got plenty there. Let's just keep on working, making sure we're getting as much resources as possible. It has gone down to -12, so it's definitely improving. I think what we need to do is really need to kind of get this as close to max as possible. Really kind of focus on getting everything we can leveled up one by one. Really trying to get that down as much as possible. Once that gets down to either even or positive, going back on the skill tree, basically saying that it will stop producing juice if there's enough for all of them to drink. So what we want is we want to get a positive. Once we get a positive, it'll just basically top up as and when. And then also, because it's splitting between growth and juice, it'll kind of create more growth. So that's what we want. And it looks like there's another animation here when it goes to juice. Let's have a look at that. Okay, he plugs it. So he's juicing someone's iPhone by plugging it in. That's funny. Okay, now we're up to level 4 on that. I mean, we're just flying through here. 34 in a few minutes. I think it's been maybe 15 minutes total, and we're already like going way fast. I mean, we almost have 1 million a second. Cool. Now we just want to really get those resources increased as much as possible, because juice is taking everything. Growth, iron, copper, stone, jewels, more coal, concrete, oil, and then raw materials as well. It is literally taking every single resource. Okay, make sure that's still in the positive. They're still in the positive. Okay, so let's kind of level up a little bit more. Once we get to the right level, trying to get this into kind of like a lot lower. Once I keep on clicking and keep getting everything, we've got another upgrade here where we go on max juice. Okay, what else have we got? This has unlocked this one, backed up, juice output. It's already increased it by 40% almost. Okay, now we almost have enough for here. What else have we got unlocked? Crit multiplier. No, let's go with kind of dollars spent, because dollars spent is going to kind of increase the gem pittance and gem cups and all that kind of stuff. So in the kind of short term, we are going to get a lot more, and that's going to come back real quick. Okay, it was kind of so many buttons to click right now. How are we looking? Still minus 12, but like look at that, 4.48 that it produced there. Let's get more of these. It's almost done on that one. There's just so many buttons to click now. This is like, how quick can you click? There we go, and now we have another upgrade. What's our upgrade now? Okay, maximum juice, that's a new one. So we got that first level. 32 minutes for the raw resources to level up, and then that'll unlock the next part of the tree. Already have 6,000 gems. It's producing 111 per second. Okay. And we kind of totally forgotten about how important malignancy was. We haven't even been on this tree yet. Okay, where are we? So we have all of these maxed out. Okay, it's going to take 157 days. I think we got that down to a lot less than that. We were producing a lot more last prestige. Should be relatively, I think, relatively quick to get down to that. I think getting this input and output up to a ×4 multiplier, it'll be massive. I think this, and then also the concrete should be our focus for this prestige. We are looking at kind of getting these as well. So I think in addition to that, we really need to get the raw materials kind of boosted as much as possible. So I think what will happen is, obviously this is going to take a little bit more time because it's millions, whereas this is only kind of like, 100 million, 30 million. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, this is new. Output will be multiplied by 2 times the number of 0.1 second less than the maximum haste rolled. For example, if the juice haste is 0.15 to 1.5 and the LORED rolls in 0.15, his output will be multiplied by 26 because there are 13 0.1 seconds between 0.15 and 1.5. Okay, so we want to roll kind of as low a number as possible. I don't think we've got 4 millennia to wait for the malignancies to kind of level up, but it's a start. Ooh, while we've been talking away, we've got another one, so let's increase the haste. We have more red gooby boys, so we can increase that. We've got 20,000 gems now. And where are we on these upgrades? Jewels, let's upgrade that. Tarball, let's upgrade that. Make sure we're not falling into the negatives. You see their growth is now minus 264. So we need to kind of upgrade that. That's a problem. That's literally clearing us out within a couple of seconds apparently. So how are we on stone? Stone is kind of getting there. Even producing 262,000, it's taken quite a bit of time to kind of unlock growth. And it's kind of looking at these levels, yeah, we definitely kind of slacked on leveling up growth. Is that the only one? See, juice now is minus, it's single digits now, minus 9.88. So it won't take long for us to do that at all. Now I kind of want to do this. I know it's going to use 4 million. Oof. No, I think we'll wait because we need to get this upgraded. We need to be producing positive because that is going down fast. Okay, 8 more seconds to get stone, and that'll speed up that to almost instantaneous. And there we go. We can get that upgraded, and then a few more seconds to get this upgraded. Oh, I've just noticed. So basically when the juice happens, it actually supercharges the thing. I see. There we go. There's growth. Right. Has that made anything better? It definitely has. I mean, I would like to get those numbers up. Growth. And I think malignancy needs to go up. Oil needs to go up. Okay. Let's get iron up to level 13. And then how long will it take? It'll only take 20 seconds to get copper. Let's get a little bit more coal, because we need more coal now for the upgrades on the juice pot. 6 billion to get the next level. 6 billion, so many. We're kind of a quarter of the way there with the raw ingredients. So like kind of now that I was holding off on leveling up these just because we didn't want to kind of use so much coal. But now that we're doing that, now that we need them, we can just keep leveling up coal. We can keep leveling up stone, and then we can start doing iron and copper, and we can just upgrade all of these. So 39,000 each cycle, which is almost 94,000, almost 100,000 a tick. Okay. Let's get on to even up that. So we now have level 13. Almost there for this one. Let's see if we can level up that. And the juice seems to really kind of increase. Like when we're doing, there we go. So look at oil, for example. Look at how fast that's going now. See the kind of the there we go, guzzling, and then bam, and then slows down a little bit, and then it rejuices, and then just again. So like really, the juice has just made it so much faster. And if we have a look at these as well, where are we? So if we can get the output and input doubled again, we'll be going so much faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to level up a little bit more, see if we can get these numbers into the crazy numbers.
Okay, so may have got a little bit too carried away on seeing how far we could push this prestige. What I've done is I've managed to get everything automated apart from malignancy on stage 1 lords. Now, something that we bought really early on was the auto buyer. Now, because of the way that the auto buyer works, you need to have a minimum level depending on which lord it is. Some of them are 15, some of them are 10, some of them are 20. Malignancy, for example, that needs to be level 25 before we can automate the level of that. And basically just going to have a little look at Scoot here. I've told it to ignore all conditions, but we can set conditions that'll mean it'll be more efficient at leveling. I was just trying to power level up stone just because it was super important for when I was getting all the different things. And as you can see, everyone that's got this little arrow here is automated. And then with the normal arrow, like the malignancy, that's the only one. So I'll just kind of wait for malignancy so we can get that up to level 20. It's going to be happening in 8 seconds, a bit less because of all the juice triggers. It does kind of speed up the fact. Then I'm kind of going to go over where we are with the tech trees. So we'll start off with the fire starter upgrades. Now, as you can see here, we have all of the upgrades that we can purchase apart from the last 2, which is kind of locked right now until we find out what that it's growing on me is. Next, we can have a look at the juice pot, which we unlocked this prestige, and we've maxed out a fair bit of stuff. Some of it's taking an obscene amount of materials, 1.3 QA, which I think is quadrillion. So that's going to take a little while to get that maxed out. But we have a lot of upgrades done here. All the way up to the point that we just need to kind of get these kind of going, and then we can get the next one. Now let's have a look at Malignant Upgrades, which is what we're going to do for the next prestige. So we've maxed out Enthusiasm, Confrickencrete. There we go. And then we've also maxed out all of these, which, if you remember, needed 1 million malignancy. And then we almost got this down to a good spot. Now, if you remember, it needed 4 millennia to get enough malignancy to level up. Now it's down to 1 day. Lastly, we have upgraded some of these a little bit. We are making quite a lot of gems now, almost 8,500 per second. Dollars is up to about $7 per second as well. We haven't quite made up enough to unlock the gem chest, which I think we'll do next prestige. And then, as you can see here, we've done a couple of levels of most of the things, and even a couple in the in-game currency. Now, on this cash shop, this is all available, minus that last little one there, which is probably going to be gem related. So I'm not too kind of bothered about that one. I am happy that we have got all of what we needed to get to prestige and get to the next one. So when we come back to next episode, we are going to have a look at what that it will look like once we have prestiged and getting things back to where we are here after that prestige. So for now, I'm just going to let this run just a little bit longer, and then in next episode we'll prestige again and get us back to where we are. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.